Hi guys, welcome to Storytime. Today I don't know if you can see my shirt. It says, can you see it? I love to read, or as Katia says, I heart to read. But I love to read. I love to read so much. And we're going to read two stories today. I have The Tortoise and the Hare, which I think many of you have read, and I have another book called Teasing. We're going to talk a little bit about teasing today. And so let's start with our book, our teasing book. This is the book Teasing by Joy Berry, and she writes a lot of books that help us. It says, help me be good. Yeah, help me. In worship today, we talked a little bit about being kind to others and helping others so we can all produce good fruit, right? I gotta get this right. Okay, here we go. This book is about TJ and his sister Tammy. Reading about TJ and Tammy can help you understand and deal with teasing. So Tammy says, "Will you please help me tie my shoes?" And TJ says, "I thought you were old enough to tie your own shoes." People are teasing you when they annoy you or make fun of you in playful ways. TJ says, "Tammy can't even tie her own shoes. Na 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 na." And Tammy says, "Ugh." Bears don't wear shoes. Oh, we're looking at the mouse says, "Bears don't wear shoes, so they can go barefoot." Do you get it? That was a joke. Has anyone ever teased you about the way you look? Those clothes make you look dumb. No, they don't. Has anyone ever teased you about the way you think and feel? Don't tell me you're crying over a silly movie. It's a sad movie about a mouse who loses his tail. Has anyone ever teased you about what you say or do? Do you still need those training wheels on your bike? Has anyone ever teased you about what you like and do not like? Ugh, only a weirdo could eat something like that. It looks pretty good to me. When someone teases you, you might feel frustrated and embarrassed. You might get upset and become angry. TJ, I'm sick and tired of your teasing me. Oh, I believe she is angry. People who tease often enjoy frustrating and embarrassing others. They enjoy upsetting others. Thus, you encourage them to continue teasing you when you become frustrated, embarrassed, or upset. What's so funny? Do not become frustrated, embarrassed, or upset if you want someone who is teasing you to stop. Instead, do these things. Ignore anyone who teases you. Walk away from the person if you cannot ignore him or her. Do not stay around anyone who continues to tease you. And I would add, I think you should tell them how it makes you feel. Not in an angry way, but you should tell them how it makes you feel. It is important to treat others the way you want to be treated. If you do not like being teased, you should not tease others. And she says, I could make fun of TJ for falling, but I won't because it's not nice to tease. Try not to tease. Do not discuss another person's private thoughts or feelings unless you have the person's permission to do so. Hi, Eric. Hi. TJ told me that he doesn't like to play with Eric, but I won't say anything because he told me not to tell anyone. I won't either. Try not to tease. Do not say embarrassing things about anyone in front of others. I won't say anything, but I wonder what TJ's friends would think of him if they knew that he still wets the bed sometimes. Try not to tease. Avoid saying things that might hurt someone else's feelings. TJ says, "This is the worst haircut I've ever had." She says, "That is a terrible haircut, but I won't tell TJ what I think because it will only make him feel worse." This is a good rule to follow. If you cannot say something nice about someone, avoid saying anything at all. If you follow this rule, you will avoid hurting other people's feelings. I really don't like that new shirt, but I'll only hurt TJ's feelings if I say so I'm not going to say anything about it. He looks like a tire ran over him. It is important to treat other people the way you want to be treated. If you do not want to be teased, you should not tease others. You're a pretty neat sister. I think so too. These are some good things to think about, right? Because it does not feel good when someone teases you. And so if you don't like that feeling, remember how that feels when you want to tease someone else, right? So we want to make people happy and feel good. And sometimes you have to tell them the truth if it will hurt them or hurt someone else. But usually if it's just something little, like you don't like their shirt or something like that, you can refrain from teasing them about it, right? Well, here is the rabbit and the hare. A hare is another name for rabbit, right? Or the tortoise and the hare. And a tortoise and the hare. So some of you might say that it's a turtle and a rabbit, but they are different. A tortoise is different than a turtle, and a hare is like a rabbit, but slightly different. I think their ears are bigger. We'll have to look that up, right? We'll have to figure out how they're different. But here they are, and it's a little bit about teasing. Let's see what happens. Can we get a little bit closer so you can see this book is smaller? Once upon a time, there was a tortoise and a hare. Tortoise was friendly and quiet. He did everything slowly. Hare was flashy and rude. He did everything quickly. Hare liked to tease Tortoise about being so slow. When Tortoise ate breakfast, Hare said, "By the time you finish your last bite, it will be dinner time." When Tortoise worked in his garden, Hare said, "By the time you pick those spring flowers, it will be winter." One afternoon, Hare followed Tortoise to the store. Hare teased him on the way. "By the time you get there, the store will be closed," he said. "You're so slow. I could beat you at a race, hopping backwards on one paw." "But I could never beat you, Hare," said Tortoise. "Yes, you could," said Tortoise's friends. "All you need is a little help." "Then you will race me, Tortoise?" asked Hare. Tortoise pulled his head into his shell. "I don't want to," he said. "You've got to," said his friends. "You've put up with that nasty Hare long enough. We think you can win." Tortoise didn't want to disappoint his friends, so he finally agreed to a race against Hare. Turn the page. Tortoise only had 2.5 weeks to get in shape before the big race. Rooster helped him out at the gym. Raccoon cooked him healthy meals. Frog went jogging with him every morning. By the day of the race, Tortoise was ready. Tortoise versus Hare. Animals from all over the county came to watch the tortoise and the hare. Rooster read aloud the rules and described the course. "Attention, everyone! The race will begin when I sound this gong. The 6-mile course is marked by red flags. The first one to reach the finish line wins. Runners, take your marks. On your mark, get set, go! Raccoon sounded the gong. Hare bolted out of sight before Tortoise had taken his first step. The crowd roared and cheered as Tortoise inched forward. Hare was so far ahead that he decided to stop at Bear's house for something cool to drink. Hare passed Tortoise for the second time. Then he decided to stop at Mouse's house for a snack. As Hare munched on crackers and cheese, Mouse yelled, "Is that Tortoise I see out the window?" "I'm not worried about that slowpoke," said Hare. "I've passed him twice already." Then he finished his snack and hopped out the door. Hare passed Tortoise for a third time. Now he was far ahead. He saw a pond and decided to stop and rest. The snacks had made him a little sleepy. Hare was so sure that he would win, he took a nap in the soft grass. As he closed his eyes, he dreamed of victory. Suddenly, Hare woke up because the crowd was cheering. "Yay, Tortoise!" the crowd roared. Tortoise was 2 steps away from the finish line. "Slow down, you bow-legged reptile!" screamed Hare as he tried to catch up. But it was too late. Tortoise crossed the line just before the tornado of dust and fur that was Hare flew by. Tortoise had won the race. Hare couldn't believe it. That measly shell on legs had beaten him. Tortoise smiled as his friends carried him on their shoulders. He had learned an important lesson. Hard work and perseverance bring reward. So Hare teased him a lot, right? He teased him a lot. But Tortoise he worked hard and he was consistent and he kept going and he didn't let anything stop him and he won the race, right? So remember that we're going to work on not teasing today. In fact, today I want you to write down on your piece of paper something that is teasing, maybe something that was in one of the books that you read, like "You're so slow." I want you to write down something that would be considered teasing, and then next to it, I want you to write down what you could say if someone were to say that to you. So if someone were to say to me, "You are really slow," I could say, "Maybe I am slow, but I'm working hard and practicing every day, and pretty soon I'm going to be fast." So I want you to think of something that someone could say and how you could respond or what you could say to them, right? Because it's not good for people to tease, and our book gave us ways to walk away or do things like that. But I think that it's good that you say something back to someone who teases you in a positive way, right? So let's practice that today. And remember, just like Turtle, work hard, persevere, keep going, and you will finish the race.